And I found that some of the richest people came on complimentary tickets. And, you know, some of the poorest people, the chauffeur who drove me there, he actually paid and went in. And, you know, that was sort of the beginning. I mean, it was a sort of, for me, it was a discovery in life that I suddenly realized that, you know, money has nothing to do with the richness. And that is exactly what the third type of people, I think, exist in this world, people who actually are rich from inside, who actually live for other people. And my whole idea of telling you this is that in Pakistan, where we have so much talent, I mean, we have, in cricket, if you see, we have no cricket structure. Really, it is the only country in the world where under 19 cricketers jump straight into test teams. It never happens anywhere in the world. There is actually no first-class cricket structure. We have club cricketers. Wasim Akram, for instance, was a club cricketer. Club cricketer who came to give the regular test team some practice. And we all discovered that he was better than the bowlers we had selected. And that's because he had never played first-class cricket. So from club cricket, he jumped straight into test cricket. There are about 4 cricketers who from under 19 jumped into test cricket. Now, there is no structure, yet we have that talent. In squash, in Oxford, where I studied, there were more squash courts than the whole of Pakistan. And yet we have Jahangir and Jan Sher Khan. In bridge, we have Zia Mahmood. There's hardly any bridge, and Zia Mahmood, arguably one of the best bridge players in the world. And of course, scientists like Abdus Salam, Nobel Prize winner. So we have the talent. There's no teamwork. We have actually a situation in Pakistan where there's incredible wealth, and there is not one cancer hospital. The statistics, which I just want you to know, and some of you will really be amazed, that so far, all the facilities available in Pakistan, only about 20,000 people can be treated for cancer in the whole of the country. According to our estimate, we thought that we had a research done, and it was very difficult because there's no data available. But according to that, we estimated there were some 200,000 cases of cancer in Pakistan. But Dr. Amanullah, who is an oncologist in America, he is doing cancer research in Pakistan. According to him, there are 700,000 cases of cancer a year. So now if you estimate that there are only 15 to 20,000 people in the whole of the country that can be treated, so you yourself will realize the situation we are in. And sadly, the people who can afford to give money, who can build cancer hospitals, don't want to know. It's like, you know, they build this wall around them that, you know what, if something happens to them, they can take a flight out. And yet, you know, no one ever thinks what's going to happen to those people, thousands of people who are just stuck every year. And that's why I'm just going to show you some slides here, mainly our hospital, how far it's got to, but also some of the figures you will see. You yourself will realize why we need a cancer hospital, because often people keep telling me that, look, why aren't you doing something else? Does a poor country like Pakistan need a cancer hospital? You won't believe this is the biggest criticism of the project so far is that do we need a cancer hospital? And you know, there are 700,000 cases of cancer. What do these people do? What are they supposed to do? So, ladies and gentlemen, I really want you, firstly, to thank you, thank you very much for coming here. I know in a recession, £100 was a lot of money. Thanks to Amitabh Bachchan, thanks to Mick Jagger, other celebrities, Jerry Hall, Marie Helvin, thanks to them that you've come. But really, it's gone a long way in helping us. And I'm just going to give you some of the statistics where we've got to. And especially there are some of the people who've been coming here every year. And I really want to thank you and also show you that from the time when it was just a concept to where we've got to now. So I'm just going to show a few slides. This is just to let you know that in the whole of Pakistan, 120 million people, there's not one cancer institution. The total number of medical oncologists in Pakistan are 3. Senior radiation therapists, 12. So, you know, just so that you have an idea, this facility is at the moment available. According to our estimates, breast cancer, by the way, is one of the biggest killer amongst women in our country right now. And what we can't seem to understand is that why women in our country get breast cancer 10 years earlier than the world average. And incidentally, that's what our research center, that's why we hope that once the research starts, we'll be able to answer these questions. This is it. These are the statistics taken really from America, where this is what's estimated, that 3 out of 4 families will suffer from cancer. And these are the available facilities in Pakistan. This you can't really see much, which is a good thing. It just shows that the cancer in Pakistan, by the time the patients get to the hospital, it's too late. There are no diagnostic centers there. So people actually, cancer cannot be diagnosed early enough. And as most of you may or may not know, cancer is a disease that the earlier you detect it, the more chance you have of containing it or even curing it now. These are just now, when we set up this project, first the idea was to have professionals helping them, because whereas I could have built a cricket school, hospital was beyond me. So we got the 3 people who are very important. This is Babar Ali, Razak Daud, Pervez Hassan. All these 3, the best so far educational institution in Pakistan is the Lahore Business School, and these people were the masterminds behind it. So I asked them and got them on our board, and they've really been advising me. This is a committee of doctors. Because we have so little knowledge of cancer in Pakistan, these are Pakistani doctors, well, the top 2 are Pakistani doctors in America, and then the rest we recruited sort of cancer specialists doing research in third world countries. Dr. Tausif Ahmed, by the way, has done innovations in bone marrow transplant in New York, and he is also advising us. So these people are advising us how to proceed. These are just the architects. We have collaborated with a foreign American firm. Nair Ali Dada is the best, arguably the best Pakistani architect. And our auditors are Ferguson's, the most reputable firm, so that everything is above board. And Hassan are the legal advisors. We've collaborated. We are with Kentucky University Medical Center. The idea is that we will be able to exchange know-how, technical backup, all sorts of management facilities with them, and also, of course, research. This, of course, this is not really praying for the worst. This was the opening. This was the stone laying ceremony of the hospital, and this was in May last year. I know our Prime Minister is in a lot of trouble these days, and we are not really praying for that. Anyway, this was when we did the stone laying in May last year. This is the model of the hospital. The first phase, this is what it's going to look like. The work started in August last year. The actual construction started. And I just want you to see for yourself as the construction has been progressing, because a lot of people, there was a lot of doubt in Pakistan. People, I renovated my house and everyone thought that all the money was going to my house. So, I just want to visually you to see that actually some work is being done. This is the most important part of the hospital is the basement, because of the nuclear medicine, the radiation department in the hospital. So this is the basement, which is a huge area. And the school children you see here, they are very important to our campaign, because we reached a stage in this project when suddenly, after 1.5 years, we didn't know where to get the next rupee from. All sorts of donations began to dry up. No one was, I used to go to people, and most of the time they would sort of say, listen, we are not in or something. When we had a function, people would say the ticket prices were too high. So really we were struggling at this stage. Someone came up with the ingenious idea that why don't you involve the school children? And from the time, in 6 weeks, I went to a lot of schools. I asked them to become my fundraisers. And in 6 weeks, the children raised $1.5 million.